Shalom, y'all. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome in. Welcome back. If you are returning back, my name is Shannon. If you are new, audio discretion advised. If you have little ones around, my channel is really intense. The most I promise, he will speak to you here. This is not a religious platform, but we are upright, righteous people in the earth realm. And the Most High just teaches us all kinds of real deep information. He's been speaking since yesterday to me about deep things, and only His Spirit can peer through really deep things. So I want to look at that type of energy. Hold on just a second. I feel like I need to wipe the screen here. Okay. Because I think I smudged it. All right. We're going to start with earth energy first, because the sun is moving into an earth energy for us, which is all about healing and analyzing and things like that. All right. It also, in the pictograph language of the Virgo energy for just earth in general, can represent catching somebody up or storing something as well. So could go to forgery on people. Disguises could be here in this energy as well. So it's about wisdom for us in this season. And so anyway, I like to say that I have freedom of speech and I have rights, and nobody has a right to take my rights away. And I say that on purpose because I deal with the criminal. I feel energy, and sometimes I might just say, excuse me, folks, and just blast a rebuke at the freaks. Okay? And because they're God haters. And so the Most High, He just does whatever. I promise you, He'll speak to you here on this platform. Okay? This is the real deal with Yehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth, and we are to fear Him. And so anyway, we're going to get started here. So you could be the earth sign, or you could be a cross watcher to an earth sign energy, or a third party to one. Whether you're upright or not, you put those pieces together. You and I are to exercise righteousness and know about our stuff and hear from the Most High and get that wisdom, what we're supposed to do within a situation. Because a lot of people are in a lot of warfare in the earth realm. So I took 4 cards for each element sign, and so I have not looked at them. But for earth energy connections, Psalms 2 and 10 is coming out. Chapter 2, 10 through 12. It says, to be wise now, therefore, you kings, and be instructed, you judges of the earth. Right before I started the camera on, the Most High, I was just kind of checking some energy, and the Most High was showing me there's a judge that is in some type of situation around bribery. And so if I'm catching somebody, because I know I talk to governments here, and somebody's trying to bribe you today, you are told by the Most High, any leadership is told by the Most High God, that there better be some fear. Again, be wise. We're in the sign of having wisdom here. And God says that judges should be fearful that you are judging for God, not man. Okay? But what you do is your choice. You have free will all day long, just like all of us in the earth realm. Be wise now, therefore, you kings, and be instructed, you judges of the earth. Serve Jehovah with fear and rejoice with trembling, and kiss the Son, lest he be angry and you perish in the way. When his wrath is just kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in the Most High. Okay? So anyway, if something looks good to you in temptation, the devil was there today in the general reading. And government was being addressed last couple days. Anyway, if our headship anywhere, even just your head of household, doesn't have God there for the thoughts and to get the download on what we're to do in a matter, we're screwed. I don't care. That temptation is going to kill you in the end of something, folks. But you can do whatever you want. Devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So somebody's either acting, or there's something to do with some type of artist, or your craft, or whatever you do. There's an actor here, or a painter here, or a writer here, or whatever you do. Okay, but the artist card is here. Show me earth energy. Somebody's got jealousy on them here, is what the Most High just said with that energy. Okay, somebody just acting in general, just around you. Show me earth energy. So a professional is here. This is somebody that's any gentleman that is around you. Okay, and they are of any kind of darker ethnicity. This could be a work partner to you, or it is you, okay? This is about being logical. But somebody's acting out here around something. This is a professional. For some of you all, this is a professional artist of some sort, because that gentleman cards go to professional energy. It's somebody that's in some type of a professional role of something. We had FBI come out this morning, and it was crossing, because some people are upright with that, and some people aren't. Show me earth energy. The letter A might be prevalent with earth connections. Don't have to. Person, place, or a thing, first, middle, or last name. Show me earth energy. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. We have people talking. It said this morning that people were afraid of some stuff. Sorry about, some of these decks are really old, and so I'm just using them. This is a conversation card. And so look, if you are around groups of people talking about things, somebody around you is an actor, or there's some type of professional energy around somebody who needs to be practical about a matter, logical within a situation out here with your connections. Show me more information. Show me earth. I'm just hearing the word overlay. You interpret it. A doorway. There's something about, so those doors kept coming out the other day, okay? So going through a door or not, or something's halfway open or halfway through, it's coming out crossing something. People are talking about going from one space to the next. That could just be energetic energy. The word trust is underneath that. Let's see. Show me earth energy. Why is this here? So the Magician would also be the letter A. It's really prevalent out here around something. This is a headship, okay? And they're professional in whatever they do. They have all that they need, or they're pretending to and manipulating somebody's stuff out here as well, whatever somebody's doing. If that's not in the upright, somebody's got a group of people around, but somebody in the mix is either manipulating the communication or listening to communication. They're upright, going to bend somebody within some matter as well. Let's see. Thank you, Most High. So the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. This have to press through something, because something's oppressive out here. That 10th wand would be there with the Magician energy. Somebody's wounded out here, folks, in something that's going on. Or somebody's caused some type of wounding around something that is going on. There's a wish out here attached to a matter. The King of Cups at the bottom of it. You've got 9... We've got 10, 11 cups out here. This by getting to unity. That'll break down to a 2. You better pay attention what somebody's doing out here and saying to you. Because that bribery energy was showing up. Your overall energy is about some professional individual out here to be wise. Judges, okay? And kingship or rulership or head of household or bosses or whatever you are. If you're somebody trying to sway somebody in these positions in a nasty way and manipulate, because his energy in the reverse for the King of Cups is also a manipulator energy. Somebody absolutely knows what they're doing, but they got mental problems. With the 9 of Wands is a mental problem card. If you don't do what's correct, you're just a nutcase. Then you're gonna make God mad, like you said, and you're gonna kindle his flame just a little, and you're gonna die somewhere in the way of something that's going on. You won't pass through this door. Whatever that means for you. Again, underneath this door, it just says somebody needs to trust something. If you're in the truth, then you're in the truth. Okay? God's given somebody a warning out here. What's in the hidden space further? Go deeper. So communication with a friend, or protecting something around a friend in a communication. Something perverse could be here attached to something with this, whoever's manipulating something. Okay, because the dog goes to perverseness in the reverse. Just acting like they're protecting something, but there's really attacking somewhere going on. There's a legal document for some people's cases than there is, because we had court stuff, and we had yesterday somebody did perjury. And we have judges written up on this card. Anyway, we had a repeat witness this morning. Okay, so whatever has been documented, if somebody got up and did perjury and said, yeah, I'm your friend, I'll do that, you're in trouble now. You're going to jail for that's against the law. Getting up in here, you just acted on some crap out here because somebody did something with somebody's work of some sorts, perverted something stupid's going on out here. Then, if you are loyal and you're a friend and your communication's upright, and somebody's trying to do this around you, and you're going to do what God says to do and fear Him, He's going to make whatever this communication come out for upright purposes for you, so for you to live, because He's saying either live or die. Either tick me off just a little or not. You don't get to pass go and come through this doorway unless you come upright through it. Whatever that means for you in a situation. But you got groups of people, so you better be paying attention who you're talking to and what's being said and how it's being said and why it is even there as well. This friend is in the hidden space with some type of communication around earth connections. Again, big communication energy showing itself. They're really trying to pour something on real sweet out here with that King of Cups being out here. Whatever that means for you. Whoever's in the upright of this energy needing to do something for upright purposes within this Most High God, we just thank you that the angels are here to guide and to lead and to bring a victory. Something's going to be radically changed because God said so today. So this older gentleman is in the hidden space somewhere, or their friend, or that is your friend. It's a masculine that is out here. Real big masculine energy with earth. Okay? And so whether this person's also the same ethnicity as you or not, or they are your partner or your friend or not, there are masculine energies that are out here around something going on around headship stuff. The head of something is out here around something where somebody's got artist energy around a matter. Okay, so there's that bribe. Again, you're going to die. Like I said, God showed me some judge had some type of tempting around a bribery before I got started. This is bribery in the reverse. That pentacle was in the reverse this morning. Go ahead and do whatever you got to do. You're fixing to go out to eternity forevermore. Cursed be the person set up in here in their communication. They want to give a bribe to get away with something twisted. God ain't going to let you get away with it. Your brain's all twisted up in here, causing some nonsense to go on because you think you're a big shot, whoever that person is. It's going to blow up in your flipping face because, again, we're looking at deep information and the pits being dug. And God, somebody's name is Doug. God said that whoever dug that pit, they're going to be the ones falling in it. They're digging it for themselves. And it's the very thing they're trying to get out of. They're digging it further. And God's showing so. You deal with the narcissist. There's the government intelligence right there. It's right here. This is a professional card. FBI came out crossing today. They're mad. They're angry. I guess they are. A group bound together. It's right here. Speak on, Jehovah. What else does Earth need to know? Well, whatever this communication is, if you're doing what's right, it is showing anger coming out of it because the narcissists, they're going to come unglued if they don't get their way, but you and I should not care. They're wicked. We don't tolerate perverse energy out here. As somebody is perverse out here, acting on some nonsense, something connected with the campsite. Something's happened when somebody went on a trip, going camping somewhere. Yesterday, God said, don't let them go alone. And he's been saying child trafficking stuff is around some stuff as well. So, the beast. Okay, well, anyway, somebody is. That we do have an animal out here. Somebody's this little serpent around some crap going on. Okay? Car races or horse races. Some type of gambling, or you just like to go to car races or horse races, whatever that means for you. Maybe you race horses. You are the jockey. That can be a jock card. Anyway, something underground is going on here. Okay, at the bottom of this deck, there's the bribe right there. Again, you better be wise. If you're not wise, you're going to take it. You're going to be some type of kook and see you later. We just don't give a rip about your craziness anyway. Again, this anger goes, Jehovah says, I brought this up because I'm saying you tick me off a little, I'm going to kill you. It's God you're going to tick off with this nonsense going on out here. You've got a group that's bound together, you're going to go to hell then. And whatever that means for you, earth signs. Okay? Somebody's going to find some truth, or because some type of truth has been found, that's why this bribe is here. I just split the deck. Mice, that goes to lies and trapping, and the third party is out here. So you guys got third parties around you. Thank you, Most High. But God, whoever's in the upright of this, God's just saying trust, which that gives you a for sure word. God's got your back. He ain't going to let somebody do something around his babies, his upright in the earth. Just trust. That trust is your fuel to make something go forward for you in all purity, honesty. Something's unfolding out here with that word. And something can't unfold unless you trust, which is the fuel to faith to get something to go your way, regardless of somebody else is trying to manipulate some stuff. God's given them for sure word. You're going to take me off. I'm just going to kill you. You want to do what's right? Fine. Then let people abhor you, fool. The letter T came out. This is hitting the target, and God don't miss. This is the truth about something. It says finding truth on this other, somebody's found some truth out here, or they don't want the truth out because of what has been found. This is a victory. And God's going to get it. And then the TP. So we have something about camping, so tents and things like that, okay? Something, so the Virgo energy, they rule over the intestines, excrement, the toilet paper, the TP. Something's an excrement issue out here. Okay, we do have paper that God's just show, whatever that means. Something's crazy out here around something really excrement that's going on. This is a gambling rune, and so again, if you gamble at car races or horse races, also going to confirm something out here. This is the P card in the tarot, which, you know, your going to the bathroom is out here real strong about something. Okay, which it is. And I talked about having a lymphatic system problem today as well. And we got people that have done some crazy stuff and have caused health issues to go on because of their fraudulent health issue thing. God brought something out to trap somebody. However, he did some stuff just energetically, whatever it all means. Something's being exposed with the letter P. Okay, something about somebody's mouth and blowing out the mouth. But it goes back to being heavily in anger, displeased, and breathing out of anger. The P represents blowing out of the mouth, and God's saying, don't tick me off on something, folks. If you think you're that big and bad to get in God's face and do something contrary, what he's warning you to do, I wouldn't want to be nowhere near you at all. So, the word tap and the name Pat came out. P-A-T is out here, or all the letters that came out here. Somebody's name Pat. I'm also hearing patty cake, baker's man. Anyway, maybe somebody likes to pat on you when they talk. I don't know who I'm talking to entirely, but whatever that is, a name is out here. All that other information is all out here as well. So somebody's talking out here. You need to pay attention to who they are, what they're doing, and why they're saying what they're doing, where they're from. There's a beast out here attached to something that's going on. Somebody's doing something illegally with bribes underground, and they're connected with whoever's not upright in leadership, because it is out here. You're fixing to go way underground, digging whatever this is for you. Don't take this bribe. Don't take this bribe if you're presented, because you'll lose your soul. All right, those are the letters that came out. Give me just a second. We'll go to the next set of people here. God told us today in the general that somebody wouldn't fix something because they have secrets, that they had pride. That's just, God's just telling us somebody's fixing to die, and we're going to see their death. God's not a liar. I mean, put all the pieces of his word together, they're fixing to die. People are going to see somebody that thinks they're a big shot. They're actually going to die in something that they're doing. They really think they got everything figured out. They don't. They're really that deceived by the devil, because the devil blinds. And the devil was there this morning. So if you can't say no to some temptation you know should be off, you were worthless from the beginning of your conception in the earth realm. You were just brought here for a day of destruction. It's dangerous if we don't listen to the Most High. All right. We're going to do air. All right, air signs, welcome in. Let's see what the Most High wants you to know. It says, he that gets wisdom, that's amazing to me that we're in the season of getting some wisdom, folks. He that gets wisdom loves his own soul, and he that keeps understanding shall find good. So wisdom is to fear God, and to have understanding is to leave evil. So he that gets this wisdom, fearing God, you love your soul. You're going to live forever because you love God. You fear him. You tremble at his word. Okay? And you all who are keeping this understanding, you're going to find good because you're going to say, I ain't interested in stupid stuff. You're going to find good. Let your days be good in the earth. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life, if we keep the way of the Most High. Keep us in your way, Jehovah. Let us do nothing outside of acknowledging you first. You prepare our way. You make the crooked places straight. You are our protection. Let us find good. How could we not if we do what you say? Show me air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or the Cross Watchers energy. So a delivery person, or just somebody giving something to somebody, or you actually are a truck driver or a delivery person of some sort. They are coming out. Show me air. Somebody was in the general today trying to go somewhere, and their license were off. Discovering something, being educated by something, because people are talking in the earth energy. Let us not forget that the sun is moving into that sign. Everybody's under the sun, so nothing's new under the sun. Okay, we got collective groups of people that are figuring some things out, things that are just being delivered just by way of revelation as well, if nothing else. Okay, if you are having a delivery person around something, you might want to pay attention to them. A female co-worker, or that's you, are involved in something, or you are a female co-worker who delivers something, or having something to deliver, or you know something about somebody being investigated in this energy and being enlightened by a matter out here. Show me more information. Or you're just delivering something at work to somebody. Show me more information. Show me air. Help me to interpret this message. So a surprise. Some of y'all might be getting flowers. I mean, we can look at this energy in a very wide range of whatever. Okay, this could have been past energy that you're still dealing with something that's taking place as well. But this is your overall energy. Let's get into it. Something surprising is here being discovered. Show me air. That dog is in this other deck as well. It came out of the other deck in the earth reading. There's a friend here that you work with. They're either protecting something, or they either are upright and loyal, or they're perverted. Okay, it would be same-sex energy then that would show up out here around a work matter or something being delivered around you, and you discovering something. There's a contract attached to this energy showing up. And a teacher learning something is out here. You're going to learn something about whatever's being delivered to you. The King of Wands, very passionate individual. He is a king. This could be somebody very managed if they're in the upright. If they're not, they're a hothead, and somebody also was angry in the earth, and more than anything it was God, but that anger goes in all kinds of different directions all day long. This is about being stuck or looking from something from a different perspective, and whatever it is that you're learning about. Or going to jail for some of you all. There is some type of bitterness out here. King of Wands is a hothead in the reverse. The Knight of Cups in the reverse jumped out. Somebody's going to tell you anything that you want to hear. So somebody really isn't your friend, really isn't loyal. Whatever they're delivering, or whatever they did deliver, or something happened around a delivery, or some type of surprising energy is around something. Somebody is just blowing some stupidness your way. That's also a police officer card. So if you're investigating, you are. This is breaking the chain of a devil. Good, because the devil was there today. Somebody going to go to jail. A lost soul ran back into itself. That's this person that won't get out of something. That's this person. Okay? So somebody's using something by way of circulation out here. Around a devilish thing. There's a chain here being released. The devil's about chains. chains, okay? Something about a female co-worker in a chain, being chained up, or I have another deck of cards that shows the hangman. They're all full of chains. There's something about a chain coming through. I don't know what that chain letter. There was a lot of communication that was going on as well. I don't think people even really do that stuff anymore. But anyway, something's got a chain connection to something, whatever that means. It's about being stuck and using something around some stuck energy attached to something being circulated or giving here in a matter. You interpret those words. What else is hidden here? The J, the L, and the S is out here. There is no admiration out here at all around somebody at work. Okay? There's the snake. Somebody's a snake. Somebody is a snake. Something poisonous is out here. That old serpent, the devil. Somebody's twice dead, can't get out of something I mean, you got snakes out here with your reading. Poisons also go back to the hangman energy. Okay, you do also have a mature woman in your hidden space, something about her, whether she's upright or not. We had a mature man in the earth reading. You do have a real masculine man out here around a female co-worker. But somebody is surprised to know and learn and be educated with something that's going on. It's got somebody stuck in some type of a bitterness with this snake energy coming out here. There is no admiration with somebody. But I see with that devil coming out, whatever you're learning, if you're upright, to make just in general energies for the delivery person, for you to just pick up and just go on and have the rite of passage to move away from this devil. Yeah, somebody is going to go to jail. There's some type of prison. Whoever you are, you've got protection around you, around some loyalty situation where somebody else isn't. Somebody can go to jail for something. Shackled with chains. Actually, that wording, shackled with chains, was there in the general today. In the pictograph language, it brings out chains within its meaning. There's something about chains out here. But obviously, going to jail, but somebody interjectly has been used by this devil. Something's going to be learned to break some type of energetic chain where somebody's using somebody somewhere at work. The devil's also a boss card, or somebody set somewhere. They just talk out of both sides of their mouth with that Knight of Cups in the reverse to get what they want in something. But something's wrong somewhere in some type of enlightenment out here around earth connections where somebody's got this coming. The Empress in the reverse. Well, that female co-worker friend of yours, if they're not in the upright, they're perverse, or they sit somewhere, act like they could do whatever they want somewhere in something. That feminine was coming through my spirit this morning on the general. Somebody has set into place on two sides of people, groups, whatever, and have played both sides of something and has thought they were going to take from this side and take from that side because they're full of greed. And they have used something out here, and they got themselves with a lost soul in the phonics, now turned to this, and a chain is now going to be broken off of them because they're so prideful they think that they can just sit there and do crap to people. It's caught up to them, whatever that means. Somebody can do something out here around a matter. This person has no admiration for even the Most High to do what he says to do. They're going to jail in something. There's the official person up underneath that. So again, the Knight of Cups in the reverse is somebody's just going to say whatever that you want to hear, because you're looking at the opposite side of somebody that is also investigating this person, having to do that acting as well, which was showing in the earth reading to get somebody cuffed. Okay, there is some type of a leadership energy out here around y'all. So we had the word, the beast. I'm just now being reminded in the earth reading, the beast is here. Somebody's crazy out here in the hidden space. A spy. And again, going somewhere, that delivery driver jumped out on a dirt road connection, just some type of trouble energy is out here. It says that you have to talk with your kids. It's important, folks. That came out in the general reading. If they are a delivery driver, have their driver's license and stuff as well, there's some type of a snakish energy around something going on with air connections, whatever side of something you are on. There's a doctor issue out here as well, okay? Or something could go really wrong and have to be going to the doctor for something, whatever that is for you. Show me air connections. Somebody crying over spilt milk on something. And somebody's just a low-down baby because they've lost their soul around some crap. And whatever that means for you. That's not your problem. That don't give somebody a right to be some type of freak in the earth realm. People make mistakes. If you're not willing to fix them or humble yourself or be somebody to forgive something as well, depending on what that is. Some people, there is no forgiveness for some people, depending on what a matter is that has literally like blaspheming God and his spirit on certain things that he says, you just don't do this. This is abominable. And you go ahead and do it anyway. But we are talking about people that just throughout time, they allow things to grow and it's stupid stuff. For the most part, they lose their soul over stuff. It's dangerous. Devil's working on overtime, folks, because he knows his time is short. Okay? Something being found. Okay? There is an emergency here. But okay, well, again, a doctor's out here. Okay? Okay, so somebody, anyway, got a jealous sibling around a matter as well. This is grown adults that act like children. All those people were talking in the earth reading. A lawyer. You have to get a lawyer, but judges and things were there. A giant also came out. And they ain't who you think they are. Somebody's not who you think that they are, folks. They're under a disguise. Show me air. Or that's you that I'm talking to and you're willing to play some type of fool. Obviously, you won't be able to understand what I'm really saying if you've lost your soul. Child trafficking. Again, talk to your children is out here. That's already come out the last 2 days, okay? Somebody also out here is secretly in love with somebody. Maybe at your work. Maybe they're trying to protect you. Maybe they're upright. I don't know. Most High has revealed the situation to upright leaders, and they're going to fix the matter. Thank you for your service for all upright people that will get up and fix something for somebody, because there's devils all around. Someone who is fluent in bilingual languages is involved in this matter as well. Show me air. With the letter R, the Raito, the delivery driver. This is the ride. So it's just going to confirm something for some people out here. Okay, about something surprising around a female co-worker and something with children, child trafficking and bitterness and going to prison around it. Okay, it's crazy. Only devils are going to do that nasty, perverted stuff, folks. That's crazy that people are doing stuff to children. It really makes me mad. This is a removal. You're leaving. You're out of here, and you are going to cooperate. The letter R, that might be positive or negative for you. The letter P, that was in the earth reading. This is gambling and taking some gambles and money attachments to things as well. It's also blowing out of the mouth in the pictograph language of the tarot, and it represents an exposure of something because it would be the star card. Okay, the rope. Somebody could have got choked. I mean, that's what snakes do, is choke you. A rope, a chain is also like a ropey type of energy. Whatever, it's just going to bring something out here to confirm something that's going on. And then the laguz, the lip, the LP. Okay, somebody's shooting out the lip is out here. Somebody talks out both sides of their mouth. Somebody has no admiration out here. They're out. It's somebody you work with that's around trying to do something around your kids, folks. They are a mature woman connection, or they've already had that happen. There's spies around something out here, folks. And God said yesterday, those of you who have children around, God said you don't let somebody go alone. It's dangerous out here. They will go to jail. Catch them, Yehovah. This is embarrassment. And God will embarrass this freak out here. He's going to break some type of a chain out here that's going on, is what he's showing. This is watery energy as well. It's like the hangman. It's already out here. Okay, so the hangman represents fresh water and salt water. It can't mix. Something's wrong out here because somebody's a lost soul in the cause of a matter out here or around you, or somebody, or you're an innocent bystander taking care of this for somebody. Okay, so the P, the L, and the R, the liar. The L and the R is a real liar ran back into itself. Also a ruler is out here attached to some things that are going on with bribery, allowing some nonsense to go on. This rulership is going to go to jail. The chain is going to be broken on an imposter. Again, it's some female because it shows so right here to confirm what was said this morning in the general reading. So we have an upright official. They've been told about something. Their upright leader is going to fix a matter out here. Okay, so somebody's going to get some justice. By God, please let it be me. Yehovah, I've been waiting and waiting. You said they who wait upon you shall not be ashamed. Let them find out everything that they need to find out, Most High God, and let the people rejoice that righteousness came and beat down a giant. Give me just a second and we'll go to the next set of people here. Something's an emergency, air sign connections around you all. And it goes to those of you who have children or grandchildren or nieces and nephews. Okay? It's very important. All right, water signs, welcome in. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Hold on. I told myself today I'm going to wear black again. I got to pay attention to my shirt because it bothers me. I'll go back and watch my own readings. And anyway, I've joked about all you OCD people. You just have to exercise righteousness. It profits you with all, is what God said yesterday. So anyway, being able to handle things that are disturbing at times, right? Anyway, your word, water signs, is a spiritual death is on somebody. Yes, because somebody had a lost soul just a second ago in the air reading. Okay, somebody is a third party somewhere in the earth reading. So either you're that person or somebody's around you. You need to keep your eyes open, or around your kids or something like that. Let's see what's going on with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or the Cross Watcher. Most High God, whoever's upright in this energy, give insight. Bring those deep things to the surface, Yehovah. Because you said today the word deep and guilty. You looked real far down somewhere, and you are seeing that somebody is an imposter on somebody's stuff, and they're guilty. Cuff them, Yehovah. Energetically, naturally, spiritually, emotionally. A firefighter is here. Something, or you are just a firefighter, or somebody's obviously got to put a fire out because there's anger, and it's God getting angry, really, is what he said in the earth reading. So if there's arsony around something as well, even just spiritual arsony, something's out here around this firefighters, one of your base energies. Show me water energy, please. A hose. If somebody got choked by a hose, God said. Anyway, or by water. Water is here. Okay, a bunch of water energy is coming out here, attached to you. Well, this is finances with the fish card. It's also about having independence. So if you can get something put out, even energetically, there's independence out here, and some type of finances are attached to something. If this is fraudulent, it's going to cost somebody really big. If somebody did get drowned, then so be it. It's out here that way. The law is out here. The letter K would be the justice card. It's on that fish card. That's about having the truth, okay? And somebody could have been feeling weighed down just energetically, emotionally, and needs somebody to... They need your, or you need to release. I'm hearing somebody just needs to release. Maybe you need to go cry. Sometimes that's the best release ever, folks, is to go cry. Show me water energy. There's a spiritual death out here, folks. It's emotional. Or you're being warned if you don't put something out that should. I mean, this is quenching the spirit. You're going to die. You're going to go to hell in something. We're looking at deep stuff. Water goes real deep. Somebody's got real deep emotional energies out here that could literally spiritually kill you if you don't release something to God. Anyway, the doctor. These are really old and I needed some tape. And so the only tape that I had to put on this doctor card was a Band-Aid. I said, well, how appropriate. The word doctor was just in the air reading, so somebody's got emotional problems out here. Need to go to a doctor. Some type of advice is out here that you need to get around something that's very emotional. That's just getting an advice card. But the word doctor was there. Show me more information. Toxic. We're dealing with lymphatic system that goes to Pisces energy, because I spoke about it today. Okay? Thank you, Most High. He kept bringing that through my spirit yesterday. Look, people of God, Isaiah wrote, me and my children are put into the earth for examples. And even prophetic examples. God's bringing really big stuff out here about doctor stuff. I talked about the lymphatic system and asked for prayer this morning as well. I'm being reminded many, many years ago when this nonsense with me started, I went to the laundromat and was getting my baskets inside my car, and I heard lymphatic system. I didn't really know what all the lymphatic system did until I had a lymphatic system problem afterwards. But the earth has toxicity in it and needs to flush some stuff out, folks, because we got spiritual death going on, okay? And having the waters of God rush over you and cleanse you. There needs to be some type of cleansing out here spiritually, okay? Something's very toxic going on, and God does say in prophecy that he would spoil some of the waters in the earth. This energy's in my spirit's going in many different directions in a very big way. Talk about deep and wide, and the height of something coming through spiritually. Something real toxic is out here. Underneath that is baggage. What's underneath this doctor? Learning something. Yeah, it was just there. Underneath this, the stars. There's that beast again. The snake is out here. Something poisonous is out here around some crap. Okay? And somebody was just acting in the earth reading. So very toxic is out here. Show me watery energy. The tower. Okay, anyway, the tower showed up this morning. This is like laying a new foundation. And somebody is trying to do something with laying a new foundation. Or avoiding a tower is the tower in the reverse. The letter A might be profitable. The letter P. Those two letters, something about somebody's paw could be out here. But in the Hebrew language, just somebody snorting out of the nostrils. Not with this combination, but the two letters are out here, and we had that language in two ways come out in the earth reading. Somebody needs to get some advice, because something is very toxic going on out here in general energies, and somebody really hot and it's God, because the tower comes from the heavens, okay? And we need to avoid something that's trying to be very nasty out here, folks, and get something taken care of. There's spiritual death going on. God don't want people to die, but if people ain't going to do what's correct and heal, tower's coming. Two of Pentacles. Secretly, physically exchanging or trying to get your balance or going back and forth. I'm hearing a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways. Somebody's toxic out here around something. The Ten of Pentacles is coming out like this. A commitment, large sums of money. Now, somebody's toxic around money situations, or something's going to cost somebody a lot, and something that has to do with some healing out here. Show me more information. That's that bribe coming out. It just came out like this. Somebody was bribing. There's all the money. Somebody around y'all's energy is trying to do something around money. Bribes with somebody in the law. This person holds the scales. The judges and the kings were there. This is being premeditated or being underneath the knife. The doctor is out here in your energy space on something going on. Maybe you got burned in a fire. And now there's this toxicity and stuff, and all the swelling is in your body. I don't know. God's also forewarning something about fire with you all. Okay, this is being underneath the knife, death of a person, death of an idea. Somebody's trying to sit here and go back and forth, either secretly or segregate to use something. And now there's baggage out here on something that's going on. And somebody's in a fix because they're trying to figure out what to do now on something that has been premeditated out here. This person that's bribing somebody is going to cause a lot of death because they're perverted out here. The link. They look at what they're trying to bribe. So it won't be probably very long before we see something take place with my technology. Because most of the time when the Most High starts bringing stuff out like this, the hacker gets in. So somebody's fixing to lose their soul, I guess. Because God began to warn in the earth reading to the leadership about the ditch that just showed up. That you better be wise because your soul is on the line. And if you want to avoid this tower, they're toxic. And they're causing toxicity to manifest everywhere. And if you don't put this freakazoid ditch down where she needs to go, then a tower's coming on a bunch of people and people are going to drown in a really bad way, energetically, spiritually, naturally, emotionally. Some filth bag thinks that they own the show in the earth realm because of something that they did. And that they can bribe on something because they've done something illegal on electronics, that they can just still come up in here and bite you with their venom. You better be. I'm talking to people that need to get some advice and do the correct thing. This is somebody you work with for a lot of you all in the government, and they play on both sides of some information, even with other governments, even just people just hacking in on security and stuff and doing crazy stuff, even at a local level. We talk about it all the time. It's in the hidden space. What's in the hidden space? It's been premeditated because it always is. The link. And God said today with that tower, let go. And he showed that tower is coming to somebody. He just showed the lost soul. So you go ahead and die. I shall live and not die. Regardless what you people do and hacking in, the word's still going to go forth and it's going to come right back to God, and he's going to judge you for what you did with the work of my hands on this platform, and where you ran it for your own gain. You are out of order. You're out of order. Somebody mad because I turned, which I'm going to have to go back on the first video today. I turned my commercials off for today because it is Shabbat for me. Somebody going to go to jail for this because they're illegal. Okay, the pathway. They're on the wrong pathway. Somebody going to go to jail for some nonsense out here. Despair. See ya. You're in despair because you thought this money looks good. I'm going to take it. It's a bribe. It's illegal. It's against the law. It's the wrong path of God to use somebody. Or to just do a bribe on burning a building down, showing up out here with this as well. That's called fraud. You're in despair because the flesh never works out. It brings corruption, folks. Sowing into the Spirit brings righteousness. Somebody's wishing somebody would approach them to talk, and it did come out with the coworker. It's a female coworker somewhere, because it just showed out. It just showed out in the air reading. Okay, she was there in the reading. Somebody's overheard something was said because all the conversation was going on in the earth reading. There's a bunch of people talking, and somebody ain't who you think that they are, and somebody's fixing to get caught up in this thing one last time, and now, boom, you're gone this time. Because somebody's investigated now. Somebody's investigated. Somebody in a position is out here involved in this in a real dirty way. With whatever your in general energy is. I'm just an open book on my own platform for stuff because I'm personally dealing with a murderer, folks. So, secret communication is right here. It is in the hidden space. To link up, to do something, and all it's going to do is get you trapped in something. Even if some people aren't going to physical jail, but some people are with this. Okay? So wishing that you would approach me to talk. Somebody overheard something that was said. The co-worker in secret communication. There's communication stuff everywhere. Getting some type of an advice on something that's going on. It's very, very toxic. Somebody's talking about something toxic. And there's baggage everywhere. Somebody's hearing some stuff. And if what you're exchanging out here is illegal, then somebody possibly for your cases is went, obviously showing somebody going to go to jail, has went somewhere and has told the right people, because it actually did say so that upright authorities knew something now, and they're going to take care of something. So some God allowed somebody to open their mouth to say something so that somebody upright can get a situation dodging this tower for negative purposes and get some freak out of the way that should be. They're causing havoc and toxicity around people. Okay, look. Prison. It's here. It's here. You can run, but you can't hide from Yehovah Elohim. He sees the evil and the good in every place, folks. The airport. This is for those of you who are dealing with child trafficking. It's really been strong, and it already came out as well. So something about going somewhere is here. And God said yesterday, you don't let them go alone. You talk to your kids right now, folks. Something about the airport or a pilot is out here around something. Okay, they're guilty. Somebody gonna go to prison. Thank you, Most High. Organized crime. There's the boundaries. There's the beast. The beast is here. Came out of the other deck. And having compassion and a separation is necessary, because somebody gonna go to jail in this reading. Thank you, Most High. They're spiritually dead, or that's. I'm talking to the spiritual joy, and you ain't getting away with this. Okay. It won't go down, so it wants to come out. They're looting on people by a plot. Okay, well, anyways, there was a plot out here. Somebody overheard something that's been said in some type of communication. There's boundaries. It was an organized crime. They're caught. So anyway, there's a new little cycle. The letter D, and it is a plot around some type of a relationship. It's all this money was attached to it. The letter O, the DO, the doctor. So some doctor is a DO, then it's just showing so well. Here. Okay, this is money and assets and things as well. The letter F, actually it's the letter A, but it looks like an F. It represents looting, and it also represents counsel, and this is about getting counsel as well, just to bring some stuff in, because somebody had to get a lawyer for this nonsense. You're going to prison for it. It's fraudulent, whether an actual fire was in it or not. Something being put out here. Somebody's really dodging a bullet out here. God's intervening. Somebody's ticking God off, and God's going to kill somebody right in the jail cell. The letter B is also out here. Boo. You organized this. It showed it right here. Premeditation. This little bribe. Anyway, a baby situation is around something, then it is. It's also a joy rune as well. Okay? Anyway, the A, the F, the B, the O, the D, the A came out here, the K, and the C. What was on this one? That's all that came out for the letters, whether that's positive or negative for any given person. I just like to throw them out there. Give me just a second, and we'll go to the last set of people here. Those of you who have compassion and you're moved by compassion, thank you. May the earth be filled with compassion and love. I seen somebody in my spirit this morning, and I heard God say that they missed his time. Don't miss your time. It's time to get up and do something. God said the other day when I was reading last week, it was time to seek him and to break up some fallow ground. He's bringing the fallow ground here, busting up the dirt clods. People of the Most High, busting them up and sowing for your self-righteousness until he rain downs mercy and righteousness and grace upon us. Okay? Is somebody sitting here today because they just thought, nah, because maybe even for years I've done it this way, nothing's ever happened to me. And so they just observed that. But, you know, we're destroyed for lack of knowledge, folks. And the Most High God says that sin, and we know that we shouldn't do something, but we do it, and you haven't even acknowledged God for anything. You haven't tried to look in His Word to see if you're under some type of a grace. Somebody's broke a boundary out here. And you haven't done everything that you know to do and said, God, just lead me. If I start to do something, stop me, anything like that. We're destroyed for lack of knowledge. If we pray, God, just show me what I should see, what I should hear, then God's going to go before you and I, and He's going to intervene somehow for us. I've exercised that all my life with Him. And somebody out here wanted to do things their way. It seemed right to them. And but they wanted to have some real great big wow, but they really missed their time that way because of some things that they did illegally, spiritually, destroyed their soul. And they are sitting in shame, because even we can read in the book of Enoch when the angels came down here and they fell from heaven, they had Enoch go back to the Most High and said, plead our case for us. And it really should have been the opposite direction, that the angels told him that, or he said, or God said it should have been them pleading for you. And things are so turned upside down, but we read there that those angels sit in darkness in their shame for what they did, and pride, and people who don't want to fix something so you can come forth and not miss your time. You and I won't be honest and just be an open book and do what we're supposed to do. Then we end up in such a hellish place, folks. And there ain't nothing you and I are ever going to be able to do if we miss our time. And somebody's missed their time. They've turned into nothing but a flipping devil on some nonsense out here, and they're spiritually dead. All right, let's go to the last set of people. All right, fire signs, to the law and to the to the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because they have no light on the inside of them. Okay, only by the word of the Most High. If somebody is not, if somebody's perverse and trying to do something around you and I, this is how we can tell if they have light on the inside. We can't see without light. We can't see without light, folks. And God is the holder of light. The devil, he appears to be like an angel of light, but he's fallen and he will trip up in time. That's why God told us yesterday to exercise righteousness, because it was going to profit us in everything that we did. God has to be first, folks. God has to be first. Okay, fire connections. There's the delivery driver again. So something with you and something, I think it was in the water reading. Okay? Somebody in the law, just in general, could be out here as a disguise as a delivery driver is also coming out here. Okay? Anyway, but the law is involved in something with this energy. Show me fire connections, please. The moon. Somebody secretly drives or delivers something at nighttime, deceptively with the moon for some people's cases. Some people have intuition. It's godly intuition. Also, somebody's, if the law is out here, somebody's on the hunt, because the moon could take us to hunting energy. So there could be a hunting situation, but it takes you to somebody laying down hunting and chasing. Somebody's on the run doing something out here for what they've done or what they've delivered, then something's out here. You don't see everything when the moon's out. Something with your mother could be out here with the moon. Something about your stomach or your breast could be out here with the moon. But there's secrets when the moon comes out here. Show me fire energy. The moon also takes us to appointed times and things like that with God as well. So if there's a widow out here. Somebody's secretly a widow. Maybe you're a secret widow. You don't know about your ex passing away either. I don't know what that represents. A strong cancer could be out here attached to something. Maybe your mother was a widow. She died of cancer. I'm just saying that because it is out here showing that way. Some of you all secretly are involved with somebody who's a black widow. That might kill you for something as well. That's not good. Let's see. Show me fire connections. Just in general energies, there is a death situation out here. Show me more information. Remember the other day somebody took a life insurance policy out on somebody. So this just shows me there's some type of traveling, somebody secretly doing something with an identity out here. So dressing up, if there's a funeral, then there's some type of funeral out here around something. The word long distance, so there is something just in general movement, travel. Underneath this widow is a bunch of people. Sorry about these cards. The haughty card is underneath that. If somebody did get murdered for getting haughty, then so be it. Secret children. Somebody that you grew up with, went to school with is also out here. This is stumbling upon information when that card comes out. And then a baseball player is out here. Okay, or just somebody playing games secretly around you. Let's get started out here. Show me fire energy. So that baby just showed up. I think it was a water reading. The baby rune came out. If there is something joyful going on, or somebody thought something joyful was around a situation, something didn't turn out the way somebody thought if they were going somewhere. I'm also seeing, if this just is a regular death energy, somebody got beat up by either billy clubs or a bat or something like that. That ain't going to be for everybody. That's very specific coming through. Show me fire. Why is this here? We got greedy, stingy, holding grudges, mine. An evil person is out here. So if that's a black widow, folks, and you think you're getting dressed up for a date, and you might be going somewhere long distance, okay? Somebody got secrets out here attached to something going on. They got grudges, okay? This could be your child, or there are children out here, and God said to talk to your children as well, because there was child trafficking trying to go on. It just showed up again. Four of Cups. Somebody don't care around your connection. This is like also a rejection, or I won't open up, or can't. Somebody can't because they lost their soul in something out here. Okay, this is somebody who's got some type of grudges around you, or that's you. Show me more information. Somebody greedy out here, or they're doing something illegal secretly around either keeping people's items that should be delivered or held on to something like that's out here as well. They contemplated something with the Four of Cups, or because somebody was rejected, somebody's got some type of stupid secretive thing out here going on, and there's money and greed around it. Yeah, travel is out here. Okay? And a disguise can be the Hermit, folks. Also, it can represent, in the pictograph language, somebody forging something on somebody. So somebody's identity isn't who you think that they are. And if they do travel, if this is a black widow, those of you who are fixing to get married, you better find out who that person is. And they're a fugitive then, because the beast came out. The beast goes to a fugitive, and a lot of times the hermit will be holding a snake as the rod, because it can also represent some type of a wisdom, because we need to understand how to stomp on that serpent's head, right? The hermit represents somebody trying to catch somebody up in something filthy and dirty then is out here around something going on with you all. So if you think somebody dressing up and all that crap and going somewhere, or marrying somebody got secrets out here around something that's going on around you all. It's dangerous. There's the King of Swords, or your ex is involved in some bull crap out here, or that's the authority, and there is upright authority around something that is going on around this travel, around this delivery situation, around something's happened with it, with grudges, and going long distance. This is a person that's cold as ice, don't care in the reverse, and he's a psychopath in the reverse of his energy. So again, marital situations. Somebody lost their spouse. You can flip-flop it if you want. Black widow, black widower. There is a marriage situation out here. Somebody's a disguise. Now, if this is that energy that came through the other day where somebody, because the bigamist kept jumping out, and somebody was a third party and didn't even realize that they were by paper married to somebody, because somebody forged something on somebody else. That person will go to jail. Whatever this is, there is something about a death with a marital situation that is out here. Show me what else is in the hidden space. This main female's in the hidden space. She is a co-worker somewhere to somebody's for cases for some of you all, because it was showing. So with that delivery driver, the female co-worker was there. They've done something on somebody, folks. They're greedy for gain. They don't care what they're doing. They are a disguise out here, or you are, or you're the investigator that knows about this main female. What else? This person's going to jail because it just showed so. They're a lost cause. They're toxic. Despair. And the thoughts card. And the boundary. Or somebody does, so if they're blocked, they're fixing to go to jail because it just showed so. Okay, there's a boundary on this person because they ain't going to get that far. Somebody knows some stuff about this female. Just for the picture's sake, it's showing it that direction as well. But that despair was just in the water reading. I mean, somebody's died out here. Or somebody's trying to kill somebody, or that was past energy and somebody's loved one died out of some freakazoid that don't give a rip about all this money. They just want the money. They're marrying for money out here. There's the barrier here. There's a boundary out here. It came out in somebody else's reading. I want to say it possibly was in the same reading that the delivery driver was also in that reading. Somebody ain't who you think that they are. Some of us know who this person is. It's craziness. Dorms and rooms are out here. Okay? Don't go in a room with this person, folks. If somebody's died inside of a room, they held grudges on somebody. There's a death matter out here. They got secrets. If somebody did this to a kid, look underneath that. It's dangerous. Sickle is here. Then it goes to the child trafficking stuff. And somebody acting like they're a delivery driver and coming to snatch somebody. However, it's trying to go down. There's child trafficking around, something going on. And it's connected with work matters or somebody you work with. You could have went to school. Because again, this is a student's card. This could be college connections as well, since the word dorms are here. Somebody who you think that they are, folks. Show me more information. If you don't talk to your kids, you're gonna stand here like this. Somebody absolutely don't give a rip about what they're doing. They will break these boundaries, and they're gonna go to jail for it because they're doing something on purpose. Look, the older person. There's the bribe. It was just in the water reading. God says by his word alone, to the law and to the testimony, if we speak not according to his word, we wouldn't be out here trying to bribe somebody and here's some money, can you go do something wicked? You should know that somebody like that trying to present something to you is a crazy creep and they're dangerous. But just showed that bribe was trying to be given, and then it came out in wording. It's in wording again. So whatever your connection is with, I think it was water. It was either the water or the air connection. Whoever it is, there's a third party around somebody. It comes with a curse, folks. An older person. So those older people were in, I think the earth reading showed so there. There was an older gentleman, or wherever it showed, there was an older gentleman, but there was also the older woman energy, or the feminine was real strong somewhere. This is showing either somebody posing as being alone and I lost my husband and they're in a disguise, or somebody is involved and you're upright in that energy and something around your kids, your grandkids are around that, and you need to pay attention to who's who, because there's obviously somebody's doing something on purpose. There's a barrier out here on somebody. Should know better. Look, it says somebody has hidden intentions, and Jehovah sees it, and it's going to be exposed. They do have hidden intentions. Anyway, the bribe is here. Let me take from this deck. Keep the people safe, Jehovah. That kidnap and stuff has come out real strong this week. Twins, okay? You could have a twin connection, then you do. A Gemini is a connection with fire connections, whether they're upright for you or they're the one trying to do something. Government is around some stuff that was talked about this morning. Kansas City connections are out here around this situation. Somebody is also secretly in love, or they're saying so. That main female's in the reverse. Somebody's wife ain't really who you think they are. Or And they've always been that way. Now they've lost their spouse as well. But anyway, somebody thinks they're secretly in love. If somebody is secretly in love, somebody's jealous over it, and they got grudges for whatever reason. They've plotted something around a matter with you. We deal with the wicked, folks. Officials are watching them. Thank you, Messiah, because it just showed so. If you think that you're going to let your kids go to the zoo or some type of a park or some type of a campsite also came out, you better check the people that they're going with or go with them. It says they don't care about anybody but themselves, and it shows so. Both these cards have that meaning to confirm what it's saying. They don't give a rip. They want money because they're a lost cause devil out here. So a Leo is showing itself. Okay, and again, the zoo was there. We're looking at fire energies. So if you're upright Leo and you got, because they go back to children energy, let's talk to kids. For some of you all, it is the Leo that's doing some crazy crap out here. But they know what they're doing, and they're doing it on purpose. So this is fraud. Okay? It tells you to trust, and the word trust was in the earth reading. Because it's a trust rune, or the money is in a trust fund. But this is fraud. This is something that's unfolding. Anyway, you need to trust. The letter F is out here, and then the Y is out here, or the YR, fry. This is a radical change. This is a death matter, folks. Again, whoever's who around some nonsense with secret intentions are doing it on purpose, around children, around marriages, around money and greed. This is a radical change and maximum protection because they are going to go to prison. Because it just said so. This is a victory rune. And then we have somebody's friend. Okay, so that friend kept coming out in the dog is the friend card. So either somebody is a friend, or you think they are, or they weren't, or they, however it's going, or you're going to be able to help somebody. I don't know who you are, but in any of this direction, that friend is going to come out in that energy. This is about this is about increase and promotion. So money is around some stuff out here. This is also about being loyal and stuff like that. So the E, the W, or the M, the F, the FM, radio, the Raito is the ride rune. And it also came out just to bring a connection for some type of a confirmation to something. The Y and the R, the J came out here as well. Okay, that's all the letters that came out. All right, folks, y'all pray for me. I pray for you, and I'll try to be back later just whenever the Most High leads me to. Stay in peace. Don't do anything outside of peace, because God says we're led forth by it, okay? If you don't have a peace, then you sit there until God gives you. Even if you don't understand something, there's many times that we're not going to understand every little detail, and you're going to have to always go by faith. But that peace will be there for you to move forward and to walk by faith, not by sight. As long as you got that peace and you're walking forward, you're on the right path. Okay? And also, understanding the word of God is life or death to us. Okay? It is our righteousness, and only by righteousness alone are we protected. Only by righteousness do we win anything, because God will send a sword in and kill man and beast. If a land, and Kansas City is out here, and government is out here, and he addressed that yesterday, if a land is grievously doing some nonsense, child trafficking and killing people off for money, that's pretty wicked, folks. It's by our righteousness alone that we're going to be saved out of a situation. All these freaks that won't speak by the word of God, they're ignorant, they don't give a rip about their soul, they're lost, they're karmics, and they're destined to die the death. Okay, so a lack of knowledge destroys us. So let us not be ignorant, okay, of the devil's devices, because he's looking to consume some people. Please don't get caught up in this. If you got children, you need to talk. You need to talk to them right now, because God's bringing energies out here of people being watched and getting caught and going to jail and being sifted out. Okay, and that's what we want. All right, pray for me. I pray for you. Until next time, stay in peace. Shalom.